this mic. Here I am, an autistic and a visual man, rocking with the critical plan. Express myself and learn how to stand in a land with neurotypicals will understand and can be difficult. Teachers bully me all the time. Others do know knowledge in my mind. Sat alone, work on my rhymes.
What's up, you guys? My name is MC Josiah, and this is my homie Tim, and this is a new show we are starting called MCJ Rizzism.
What up, Josiah?
What up, Tim? How are you, man?
I'm fantastic. It's good to be here on the first episode of MCJ's Rizzism.
Yeah.
Rizzism. We got the Rizzism all right.
Yeah, we got the Rizzism.
You're leading it. You got the Rizzism.
Yeah.
So, what's going on? What are we doing?
Not much, man. Just chilling, relaxing. Been a busy week all week as all. You know what I mean? Because as all of y'all know, I'm a musician.
You are.
Yeah, I do alternative hip-hop, and on top of rapping, I sing, produce, make beats, and all that stuff.
That's
What about
awesome.
you, Tim?
I own a media company. That track that was playing at the beginning, that's one of yours, right?
Yeah, that's my song, Autistic.
Autistic. It's a good one.
Yeah,
Bit of a banger.
thank you.
Yeah, I like it. I dig it. Yeah, just been busy.
Yeah,
But happy to spend some time with my buddy Josiah.
definitely.
What are we talking about today?
Let me see. So, in this
Or what's on your mind?
what's on my mind is in this vlog, I wanted to introduce my condition to the audience. As y'all know, this is a podcast about my condition, Asperger's syndrome, which my homeboy Tim has as well,
Yes, sir.
or
Yeah.
the modern equivalent of it, ASD.
Yes. ASD. ASD. So you have Asperger's or
Asperger's.
You have Asperger's.
Yeah.
I think I probably have Asperger's. I found out about 12 years ago that
12 years ago?
Yep, I was in my 30s, and my son is high functioning autistic too.
Oh, wow.
And when he was young, we did genetic testing and discovered that his dad, share a chromosomal mutation with him.
That's interesting.
Changed my world.
Well, as for me, I was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome at Texas Children's Hospital in 2008.
2008.
Yeah, I was 10 years old at the time.
Yeah, I think we got diagnosed at the Children's Hospital in 2012.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We're a weird bunch. Quirky bunch.
Quirky bunch, yeah.
We got the rhythm.
The Rizzism.
So tell us about yourself. Josiah, I want to know you more.
Alrighty, so I was born in the grand city of Houston back in 1997, October 1997. I was born to a young couple, very young couple, and my childhood was like a roller coaster in a way, you know what I mean? Because, like, for the first 10 years of my life, they didn't know I was autistic. I was just diagnosed with, like, ADHD, and they treated me like that, you know what I mean? Like, throughout most of elementary school, I was on a lot of medication, particularly Adderall. I had neurofixations throughout my childhood. Like, I'd be fixated on, like, Hummers, monster trucks, weather, especially weather. Like, when I was a little kid, I used to want to be a meteorologist.
Nice. Question. Did you collect Matchbox cars?
Matchbox cards.
Cars. Yeah, the metal cars.
Oh, and the little, like, the Hot Wheels?
Hot Wheels.
Oh,
That's what they are here.
loved Hot Wheels.
So my son collected Hot Wheels, and he'd line them up on his floor or on his dresser or on his bed. He'd line them up and line them up and line them up, and he'd get mad if you messed up his lines.
Yeah, it sounds like me when I was that age.
Yep.
Like, another thing about me was I was also an artist when I was a kid, like a hand-drawn artist. Like, I would draw everything. Like, I would draw the same things I was fixated on. I even became good at drawing SpongeBob at one point.
Yep, SpongeBob. An autistic kid's best friend. Best show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you collect things?
Me?
Like, do you get your fixation? Do you
Oh,
do you
yeah.
stick with something until
Oh yeah.
it's way outlived its use?
Oh yes, definitely. I do that all the time.
Yeah.
I got like at my house I collect game consoles, I collect music equipment, books, different things, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
And you collect them until there's no more to collect.
Pretty much, yeah, or at least I try to.
Yeah. Yeah, my son with the Hot Wheels, he got to a point where he aged out of the Hot Wheels. But then several years later, we'd go into like a Dollar General, and
he's still
he'd see a Hot Wheel that he didn't have.
and he'd get
He
it.
he knew he didn't have it. He hasn't looked at Hot Wheels in years, but he knew he didn't have that bus or whatever.
Yeah, and
had to-
I was gonna say it's a weird thing about me as an autistic person is like I don't know if it's like an OCD element of my condition, but it's like as an autistic person when I'm like designing things or doing things, it's like I always got to fill in the boxes. No, I got to make sure that everything is like completely in order, like no missing pieces, no missing parts. You know what I mean? And I do that especially with my own music as well.
that's a positive when it comes to writing music, I would think,
Oh yeah,
because you put out it's quality control, right?
yeah.
Yeah, very cool. What else you got to say? Talk to me. Just I'm
Alrighty.
reading your notes here.
Oh yeah, read them and I'll ask you another question. Alrighty, so I want to say
Yeah,
about you. How has your experience been with ASD or Asperger's syndrome?
So I had no idea that this was even a thing growing up. When my son was diagnosed, and our pediatrician said, you should get tested yourself or do genetic testing, because we were, my wife and I were thinking of having other kids.
Yeah.
But the pediatrician basically said that that genetic testing has come a long way. They've identified, several components, several elements, several gene issues that cause autism, and he recommended that we get tested if we wanted to have future kids, just to see what would happen. Well, sure enough, it came back that me and my son have the same chromosomal mutation on one chromosome. Anyway, the chances of having future kids with the same mutation was about 50-50, but with no gauge of severity. Like Sebastian's high functioning, but the next one could be severely low functioning.
Yeah.
We decided not to have future kids, but what it did for me was it rocked my world because it put my childhood in perspective.
Yeah.
Like, meltdowns for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
There's a story I've told before, but one time I remember a teacher coming to the house, after school, and I thought I was in trouble, and I ran upstairs, and I remember seeing the teacher having a conversation with my parents, and it was all because she said that it was the worst behavior she'd ever seen in a kid ever in her years of teaching, and well, what caused it? Well, I asked him to move his shoes.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And I had a meltdown over it. And I mean, I remember the trauma of the teacher coming to the house.
Yeah.
I don't remember the incident at all, but things like that being diagnosed later on in life put that in perspective, and it was like, oh, there was a reason for it that we didn't know about.
Yeah, and it was sort of the same thing with me and my diagnosis. Like throughout my school years, it was just like starting in kindergarten, I would just get up and randomly walk out of class, and then as I entered first grade and like everything changes, it's like I started having behavioral problems, like meltdowns and problems with teachers and stuff. And like I said, for a while they thought I was just ADHD, you know what I mean? But then in 2008, the summer of 2008, I was tested at Texas Children's Hospital with with a brain scan and behavioral assessment. And it was through there that they proved I was autistic.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That's how old were you when that happened?
I was 10,
10.
and today I'm 28.
Right. So at 10 years old, that changed your world.
Oh, yeah, it did. In a way, it was like a sigh of relief for me.
Yeah.
Because my childhood, like, just a roller coaster it was like, crazy, you know what I mean? But then it started, like, things started to smooth out a bit once once I got that diagnosis. And when I got that diagnosis, it wasn't smooth waters transitioning into getting me the help I need either. Because, like, in the early fourth grade, when I was first diagnosed, the first thing they tried doing was putting me on a lot of medication. They put me on 50 milligrams of Adderall when I was 10 years old.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. Like,
Most tranquilizers.
yeah. And because of that, like, it just was really bad until finally they put me in this class called AIM at a different school in the district. And AIM was a class for kids with Asperger's syndrome, autism, and all that.
My son, we pulled him out of school and started homeschooling in 3rd grade
Yeah.
because he was having 20 meltdowns a day
Yeah.
in school.
That's
Yeah,
not
that
good.
was he wasn't a happy kid at all in school,
Yeah.
and I think he was actively trying to get out of school.
Oh, yeah.
Not being rebellious, but like he just wasn't happy at all,
Yeah.
and anyway, the school system was pushing. Are you familiar with ARDS?
ARDS? Sounds
ARD
familiar.
meetings.
Oh, ARD meetings. Yeah, I remember those.
So ARD meetings, for those that don't know, is when you're in school, your child's in school, and the state or the school system comes together with the parents to negotiate assists in the classroom.
Yeah.
So if your child is deemed to have a problem with bright sunlight or distraction from windows, the school has to make arrangements to
Yeah.
seat your child in another part of the classroom where that doesn't have an effect.
Yeah.
Things like that. So in this ARD meeting, the school was pushing for medication to control his behaviors, and we had Betty Hardwick, which is
Yeah.
what is Betty Hardwick? It's
It's like some mental health provider service.
yeah, we'll call it that. And they were on our side of the table in the ARD meeting, and they were saying, no, this kid doesn't need medication; he needs help. And we were pushing for a one-on-one aid to help my son navigate
Yeah.
school, and it's expensive,
Yeah.
and I don't, so one side was pushing medication, the other side was pushing for physical help,
Yeah.
and neither side could meet, so we
Homeschool.
decided to homeschool.
Yeah.
Best decision we ever made.
And that's kind of what happened to me at the end of my 10th, or beginning of my 10th grade year, because even though I was in a class for kids with autism, I was only in there for about 2.5 years, because life circumstances happen, and eventually a big circumstance started in my life in 2012 known as CPS. I'm not going to go into any details about
No,
that
right.
one. But I'll just say that they came, took me away from my family, and I was in the system for a few months. And I lost practically all the special accommodations I had for my condition. And it just made school a nightmare from there. Like, I went to 9th grade struggling every single day.
That's tragic.
Yeah.
And what happened after 9th grade?
Well, what happened after 9th grade is the CPS case closed, and we left Houston, and we decided to move to Clyde, little town right outside of Abilene. And we were there for about 5 years.
Clyde, America.
Yeah, Clyde, America.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were out there for about 5 years, and during that time, I tried to start doing homeschool. I was 10th grade when I started trying to do homeschool, but things were crazy because when we moved up here, it just wasn't a stable situation.
Gotcha.
Eventually, I left school in 10th grade, and then in my early adult years, I suffered something which I'm gonna do another episode about more detail. I suffered something called autistic burnout.
Okay.
Autistic burnout is basically a condition where the autistic mind basically kind of forcefully resets after being under continuous stress for long periods of time. And the number one cause of autistic burnout tends to be what I call autistic masking.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah. Tell me about what that looks like.
so what masking looks like, masking, the best way to describe masking is it's like a constant game of theatrics in a way. Like you're hiding your autistic quirks, your autism, and you're trying to like give the appearance of being normal, having no issues. And for a lot of ASD kids, a lot of them grow up in schools where there's like no accommodations and stuff. So the only thing they know how to do is like sit there and mask, you know what I mean? But the problem with masking is like every human has limitations when it comes to this stuff.
Yeah, it's not sustainable.
Yeah, it's not sustainable. And what happens is eventually you get out of school where the pressure for that masking comes and that pressure gets relieved. And after it gets relieved, eventually the brain's like, and just resets. And it's like you go from being like a child prodigy autistic person to being like in your bedroom all day playing video games. Yeah. And it affects mainly autistic males in their early 20s as they're leaving their teen years behind. And
Interesting. I left home and came to America from England when I was 20.
Yeah.
And I didn't know I was autistic.
Yeah.
I don't know how I survived, Josiah.
Yeah.
I think I was extremely naive and protected by naivety.
Yeah.
So you said that you were Asperger's, but it's not called that anymore.
No, it's not. It was here. Let me look at my notes real quick. So, Asperger's was basically it was called Asperger's from about the 70s up until about 2013. Then in 2013, it was renamed autism spectrum disorder, or grouped in with the other forms of autism called autism spectrum disorder. And there's several reasons for this, but one of the main reasons I can think of off the top of the head, and at least according to my notes, is the original condition of Asperger's was named after Hans Asperger's, an Austrian doctor who worked for the Nazi Party. He was one of the earliest doctors that found kids with and documented the symptoms of their condition. And then later on, a English psychiatrician, I can't pronounce that word, I'm sorry, named Lauren Wing, named the condition after him. But then, of course, in 2013, they renamed it again to autism spectrum disorder.
Gotcha. So my understanding with Asperger's was that it was autism without speech delay.
Sort of, yeah.
Like my son was diagnosed with classic autism, not Asperger's,
Yeah.
because he did have speech delay, and so it was classified different to Asperger's.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that it had Nazi ties at all. So basically, the guy that discovered it worked for the Nazis, and he got canceled in 2013.
Yeah.
You know, good on him for discovering it.
Yeah.
Autism spectrum disorder has a lot of, I mean, it's a spectrum of condition, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's my understanding that girls that have autism tend to be a lot more severe.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I remember from my year being in the AIM class, you know, there are autistic girls around me. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you could tell.
Yeah.
Sam's not, are you there?
Yeah.
How much time do we have left?
As much time as
As
y'all want.
much time
left.
as we want. All right.
We've been going for 20 minutes now.
Good
20
Lord.
minutes?
20 minutes?
Let's give it another 10 more minutes for this
Yeah,
episode.
we could talk. I got nothing but time for you, Josiah.
Alrighty. So I'd say a few more pointers I can give in my condition is, the speech delay stuff. When I was real little, it's not that I had a speech delay, it's that I had it's like before when I entered school, I would talk so fast that I wouldn't put spaces between my words.
You wouldn't?
No. And the first thing in speech therapy they had to teach me was how to like space up my words and break apart my words when I talked.
Gotcha.
And when I was real little, like before I entered school, like anatomy, like I used to study everything as a little toddler, like way more than toddlers my age at the time. Like I would be like, oh, our skin is made of, our hair is made of grass, and our eyes are made of gumballs, and you know, I mean, little kid examples, but still, I was naming human anatomy at about like 3, 4 years old.
That's unusual.
Yeah.
You little prodigy.
Yeah.
So you mentioned therapy. Let's talk about therapy for a minute.
Yeah.
What therapy regimen were you on as a young kid?
As a young kid, well, when I got into AIM class, that's when most therapy started. From what I remember, it was like a therapy that involved us sitting in class and they would make us watch videos on like social interaction, social cues, and then they would make us do like little exercises and stuff on practicing and stuff, like how to socialize, how to interact, stuff like that. You know what I mean?
What kind of class was that?
AIM.
No, the you said pseudonym class.
Cinema class.
What was the class that taught you the social interaction?
Oh, it was AIM.
AIM.
AIM, yeah.
Okay.
AIM.
So nowadays, I think that probably falls under ABA therapy.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with ABA therapy?
So, I've heard that term before.
It's I don't know, I don't recall what it stands for. Applied behavior something therapy.
Yeah.
Extremely good. Our son had physical therapy, speech therapy. What's the other therapy? I'm drawing a blank. Anyway, he had all the therapies, and we paid out of pocket for behavioral therapy because it wasn't covered by insurance. And because of the behavior therapy, the social interaction, the how to behave in public, how to interact with others, all that stuff.
Yeah.
We found that was a catalyst for improvement in all the other therapies.
Yeah.
And as of 2025, it's my understanding that Medicaid now covers it, but there's not enough practitioners,
Yeah.
so it's still a problem.
Yeah, definitely.
But if you can get ABA therapy, I highly recommend it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up.
Wrap this up. Did we
Yeah.
talk about everything you wanted to talk about today?
Yeah, in this episode, I think the next episode, I'm going to go into more detail about autistic burnout and stuff, like, and different ways to help kind of work against it or prevent it. You know what I mean? Like, different therapies on
Yeah, we could talk
autistic
about
burnout.
autism for forever. We
Yeah.
live it.
Yeah, we live it.
We
It's
live
us. Well, anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the podcast of MCJ's Rizzism, featuring MC Josiah, and this is my homie here, Tim.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
So I